Good morning, students. Welcome back to Biology class, Chapter 13, Photosynthesis in Higher Plants, Part 3. Today, we should discuss about the chemiosmotic hypothesis. The chemiosmotic hypothesis has been put forward to explain the mechanism of ATP synthesis, which is linked to development of a proton gradient across membrane of the thylakoid. Here the proton accumulation takes place towards the inside of the membrane, that is in the lumen. The protons that are produced by the splitting of water are accumulated inside of membrane of thylakoids in the lumen. As the electron moves through the photosystem, protons are transported across the membrane. During the activation of electrons and their transport to determine the steps that cause a proton gradient to develop. Since splitting of the water molecule takes place on the inner side of the membrane, the protons or hydrogen ions that are produced by the splitting of water accumulate within the lumen of the thylakoids. In the second step, the electrons move through the photosystems. Protons are transported across the membrane. This happens because the primary acceptor of electron, which is located towards the outer side of the membrane, transfers its electron not to an electron carrier but to an hydrogen carrier. Hence, this molecule removes a proton from the stroma while transporting an electron. When this molecule passes on its electron to the electron carrier on the inner side of the membrane, the proton is released into the inner side or the lumen side of the membrane. The third point, the NADP reductase enzyme is located on the stroma side of the membrane, along with the electrons that come from the acceptor of electrons of photosystem 1. Protons are necessary for the reduction of NADP to NADPH plus H plus. These protons are also removed from the stroma. Hence, within the chloroplast, protons in the stroma decrease in number, while in the lumen there is an accumulation of protons. This creates a proton gradient across the thylakoid membrane as well as a measurable decrease in pH in the lumen. So we'll see what is proton gradient. This gradient important because it is the breakdown of the gradient that leads to release of energy. The gradient is broken down due to movement of protons across the membrane to the stroma through the transmembrane channel of the F0 of the ATPase. The ATPase enzyme consists of two parts. One called the F0 is embedded in the membrane and forms a transmembrane channel that carries out facilitated diffusion of protons across the membrane. The other portion is called F1 and protrudes on the outer surface of the thylakoid membrane on the side that faces the stroma. The breakdown of the gradient provides enough energy to cause a conformational change in the F1 particle of the ATPase, which makes the enzyme synthesize several molecules of energy-packed ATP. Chemiosmosis requires a membrane, a proton pump, a proton gradient and ATPase. Energy is used to pump protons across a membrane to create a gradient or a high concentration of protons within the thylakoid lumen. ATPase has a channel that allows diffusion of protons back across the membrane. This releases enough energy to activate ATPase enzyme that catalyzes the formation of ATP. Along with the NADPH produced by the movement of electrons, the ATP will be used immediately in the biosynthetic reaction takes place in the stroma responsible for fixing carbon dioxide and synthesis of sugars. How ATP and NADPH is used. ATP and NADPH are used to drive the process leading to the synthesis of food, that is sugars, biosynthetic phase of photosynthesis. This process does not directly depend on the presence of light but is depend on the products of the light reaction, that is ATP and NADPH besides carbon dioxide and H2O. Melvin Calvin after World War II worked with radioactive 14 carbon and studied algal photosynthesis, which led to the discovery that the first carbon dioxide fixation product was a 3-carbon organic acid that is called 3-phosphoglyceric acid, that is the PGA. Chemiosmotic hypothesis, check it out. NADP reductase enzyme is located on stromal side of thylakoid membrane along with the electron that comes from photosystem 1. Protons are also required for reduction of NADP to NADPH. Dark reactions occur in stroma which require input of hydrogen, which is provided by NADPH. Hence, within chloroplast, protons in stroma decrease in number, while in lumen of thylakoid, there is accumulation of protons. The gradient is broken down by movement of protons from lumen of thylakoid to stroma through transmembrane channel of F0 unit of ATPase. In photosynthesis, ATP synthesis is linked to development of proton H+ gradient across thylakoid membranes. Splitting of water molecules occurs inside thylakoid. As a result, protons accumulate within lumen of thylakoids. Photo-induced electrons, when flowed downhill through chain of electron carriers connecting PS2 and PS1, release some energy which moves protons across the thylakoid membrane from the stromal side to the thylakoid lumen. This further increases concentration of protons inside the lumen and generates proton gradient across thylakoid membrane between stroma and thylakoid lumen. This proton gradient plays very important role in synthesis of ATP. ATPase enzyme consists of two parts. F0 unit is embedded in thylakoid membrane and forms transmembrane channel that carries out facilitated diffusion of protons across the membrane. F1 unit protrudes on the outer surface of thylakoid membrane towards stroma. F1 unit acts as ATP synthesase enzyme which catalyzes conversion of ADP to ATP. Energy for this conversion is provided by breakdown of proton gradient across membrane. Chemiosmosis requires a membrane proton pump, proton gradient and ATPase. Thank you.